Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sir Josh Knowledge Nook, your learning corner. And for today's discussion, we are going to discuss about the nature of arts. So if you are a student enrolled in any humanities subjects such as art appreciation or you are reading visual arts, then this video is right for you. But before we proceed on discussing this topic, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. We'll start our discussion by discussing why art is very important in our lives. So basically, if I'm going to ask you why art is very important in our lives, we have these different opinions no, regarding why art is very important in our lives because each of us do uses art in various ways and forms. So that is why its importance in our lives also differ. But as a whole in general, art is very important in our lives, or especially in humans, because it constitutes one of the oldest and most important means of expression developed by men. Because even before formal way of communication was developed, art was already the means of people to communicate with one another. That is why now we can actually see no mga different paintings sa mga caves, no, sa mga stones because that was their means of communications that time or that was their way of expressing their thoughts. And art has been in existence since men have lived together. So that is why art is very important in our lives. So now let us try to define what is art. So art basically is derived from the Latin word ars, meaning craft or skill. So from this definition, from these derived word from Latin, we can define art as the process no, of using our creativity and our skill to make something beautiful or meaningful that can be enjoyed by others. So that is what is ars. That is what is art. Now, if we're going to use the Latin word ars, which means craft or skills, and art do apply to such activities that expresses aesthetic ideas by the use of skill and imagination in the creation of objects, environment, and experiences which can be shared with others. So this is the definition of what is art. So we use our skill, we use our um, craftsmanship, to create something beautiful, something aesthetic that is also not just meaningful to us but also for others. So a true work of art is made by man himself, not imitatively but creatively. And a true artist does not imitate nature but rather interprets it in his way by selecting the essential features of the subject and rejecting the minor ones. So this is also a definition of art. But if we're also going to use this definition, we can also create some common essentials of art out of these definition. So when can we say that an art is really a true work of art? So here are the common essentials of art from the definitions that was stated a while ago. So talk about art, when talk about true work of art, so first requirement or essential is that it must be man-made. So of course, it must be created by a human being. So we cannot call art if we cannot call art as a true work of art if it is being created by an animal. So nabay mga animals which can create an art. So for example is the elephant. We all know that elephant has these big noses, no? And usually there are some videos circulating online na elephant can paint using their noses. But if we are really going to consider these common essentials of art, then we cannot say that kana gihimo sa elephant is a true work of art because of the first requirement that art must be man-made. Second, art must be creative and not imitative. Of course, we cannot call an imitation a photocopy a true work of art because it's only an imitation. So anything that must be created by humans must be creative and not an imitation or a photocopy of everyone else. Although sometimes no, we can also find inspiration to others' work. So what's the best thing to do is to use that as an inspiration, but not to copy that one in every detail of that artwork or art form. Okay. Then third, art must benefit and satisfy men and must make use of art in practical terms. So of course, if you're going to create an art, it must also have a reason why do we create an art. And according to the third, no, na requirement or common essentials of art, that we create art because it must benefit us and it must satisfy men. So in what ways can we benefit and satisfy? In what ways do art satisfy us? By using art, as ang ganina, no? By using it as a form of communication, as a form of expressing our thoughts and our feelings. And talk about in practical terms, we can also now use art as a form of living, as a source of income. So that is how art must benefit and satisfy men. And fourth, of course, the last but definitely not the least in terms of its importance is that art is expressed through a certain medium or material by which the artist communicates himself to his fellows. So, of course, before we can create an art, it must first use a certain medium or material. Because how can we paint? How can we sculpt? How can we um, do some floor plans for our architectural designs, no? If wala tay mga mediums or materials nga gamiton. So, these are the four common essentials of art for us to be able to call an art a true work of art. Again, it must be man-made, it must be creative and not imitative, it must benefit and satisfy men, and it must express through a certain medium or material. So here are also some definitions of what is art. So according to F. Zulueta, art is a product of man's need to express himself. So this belongs to the third, no, the common essentials of art, which is to satisfy and benefit man. So we create an art, no? So art is a product because of man's need, no? Na mo-express siyang kaugalingon. So therefore, we can use art in that manner to express, no, our emotions and feelings. Then second is that art is concerned with the communication of specific ideas and feelings. So same with F. Zulueta. However, for C. Sanchez, he or she uh, added no some thoughts sa iyang definition by adding on the fourth common essentials of art, which is elaborating that before we can be able to use art for communication, no, because there's a need for us to use different medium. So muna siyang by means of a sensuous medium like color, sound, bronze, marble, words, and feel. Now, let's proceed to the definition of Plato, so which is a very popular and famous Greek philosopher. So according to Plato, art is that which brings life in harmony with the beauty of the world. So ang gusto ni pasabot ani ni Plato is that art enriches our lives by connecting us to beauty, bringing harmony and exposing us to diverse perspectives and experiences. No, that elevates our understanding of the world. So that is how Plato would define art. No? So it connects us to beauty that brings our life into harmony. Because if walay art, then we cannot be able to see beauty unta sa mga sa palibot nato. We cannot see unta beauty or we cannot be able to appreciate organizations in nature that is present in nature. So muna siya ang pasabot ni Plato. And fourth is that art is an attitude of spirit, a state of mind, which demands its satisfaction and fulfilling, which shape matter to new and more significant form. Now, John Dewey is a famous philosopher, that is known for his philosophy, pragmatism. So, with this definition, he just wanted to tell us that art is a mindset that drives the artist to transform materials into meaningful forms that fulfilling their creative spirit. So, mo siya ang gusto ipasabot ni John Dewey na art is a mindset, no? Mindset of transforming things, transforming matter to new form that may satisfy and that may satisfy men and may let men or makafeel ang usa ka tawo og fulfillment. So mao na ang mga different definitions of art according to different authors. So you hope that's clear to you. Now let's proceed to the different classification of arts. So we can classify arts now based on the medium or the materials that are utilized by an artist to interpret and convey his feelings. So we can classify arts based on the different mediums that is used or materials that is used, no, to produce an artwork. So art are classified into three based on the different mediums that are used. So first you have visual arts. Second is auditory or time arts. And third is combined arts. So when we talk about visual arts, basically from the word visual, these are arts no, that can be seen because it uses medium that can be seen and which occupies space. So what are some examples of visual arts? So we have their painting, no, sculpture, architecture, so anything that can be seen by the eyes, no, are called visual arts. However, visual arts can be further categorized into two. So we have their two-dimensional and three-dimensional. Talk about two-dimensional, so meaning it has two dimensions. So basically, these are flat surfaces lang, no? It only has two dimensions, which are length and width. So sa may mga examples ng mga visual arts na two-dimensional. So this includes painting, drawing, printmaking, and photography. Then we also have three-dimensional, which can be touched by human beings because it has three dimensions. So it has length, width, and height or width or depth. So it includes sculpture, architecture, landscaping, industrial designs, and crafts like mechanics. So those are visual arts. Next, let's proceed to auditory or time arts. So if visual arts uses medium that can be seen, auditory or time arts also uses medium that can be heard or are expressed in time. So can you give me an example of an auditory or time arts? So of course, number one example is or are songs, right? It could also be poems. It could also be spoken poetry, the backup. So that's an example of auditory or time arts. Next, we also have combined arts. So it's not if you're going to ask me, sir, but if I want to make use of both auditory and visual, so you can do that, and that is what we call combined arts. The medium that can be both seen and heard and exist both time and space. So may mga examples sa mga combined arts. So this includes film, theater, opera, so tanan or music videos, okay? So tanan nga makita nimo og madunggan, so that are considered combined arts. So we have here an example. This is the trailer of Netflix. Uh, 3, but I think we have to skip that one for to avoid copyright infringement. So anyways, and so yeah, that ends our discussion. So I hope that you have learned something regarding the nature of arts, its definition, and the different classification of arts. And if you do, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Sir Josh Knowledge Nook, your learning corner. Bye.